Hey everybody. Alright, another week, another banner. Just as always, let me know if something's wrong with the audio balancing, if I'm too quiet, the game's too loud, whatever. Music down? Cool. I don't know how much lower I should really put this thing. I already have it down to like -30. Is this better? You saw cracking water bottle. Alright, thanks Storm. Is this better though? All the balancing? Can you hear me over the audio now? Ooh, wow. That is a very interesting screen corruption I'm seeing there. Okay, what is up? Will it persist when I go to a new screen? No, it fixed itself. Okay. That was unique. Okay. Let's get going into this. So, right, it's a device exchange. Oh, let me close my window. I figure a lot of cars are going to be driving past tonight. Let's not have it. There. Sweet, sweet silence. Okay, let's look at the age 3. Alright, Fortress, wow me. Okay, so pretty much on par for welfare heads in terms of stats, high firepower and long range. That's an interesting combination. Now, remember, the current arena, you get a bonus to your points based on your shot defense. Long range increases not only your shot attack, but also your shot defense. So, you might want to think about picking this up, some of the parts up, maybe changing your suit around to milk out some extra points, but to you. Okay, while long range, shooting damage taken reduced by 20. That's a very useless trait. If it's ever a flat number for that kind of stuff, it's just not going to be that useful. Long shooter, shooting power boost. Okay, that's a nice chest. I like that one. Being able to boost your shooting power by 25% by using one of the most common jobs is very similar to boosting your melee power by 25% for being an infighter. Same equivalence. So nice. Also brings high firepower and long range. Cool. I'm surprised that this doesn't have the Ace exclusive tags, all things considered. But we'll go with it. Stats are pretty standard. Okay, arms. High firepower for desert. Could you just never again? Ooh. Okay, so this falls into the same category as the Wing Fenice legs. The power is B-, Pierce is D. This looks like it's going to hit really hard. The cooldown is also relatively short as well. This might be something you want to look into picking up to try it out. It looks cool. That's what I got to say about it. I like that EX skill though. Unfortunately, it obviously doesn't bring a lot of shot attack to the table, but arms typically aren't that great for shot attack in the first place. You are only losing about up to 1,000 tops on this. Typically less than that though, because a lot of people run arms with less than 1,000 shot attack on them. So up to you. I just think the EX skill looks pretty neat. And because you get 2 high firepower tags on top of it, maybe you can make it work. Yeah. Okay. Legs. When shot attack is over 16... Oh, nice. Okay. Projectile speed boosted. I like the beginning of that modifier because it means that we will be able to start seeing things above and below flat numbers, which is really cool. That's really cool. I don't like the projectile speed boost though. Missed me with that. High firepower for desert. Average stats for legs for... Oh no, actually. Those have slightly higher than average shot attacks for legs. Not bad, actually. I just wish I had a better word tag instead of for desert. Okay. So the trait's not really that useful, at least in my opinion. The for desert tag doesn't really help anyone, but it has nice stats on it. Cool. And the backpack. Frankly, I'm surprised they didn't give us like a weapon for this thing, but when 2 enemies shot down, vendor consumption equals 0. Now, this is weird. if I'm reading it as presented, which I am, when you've shot down 2 enemies, you have no Vernier consumption for 10 seconds. After 2 more enemies, you'll get another Vernier consumption down. Maybe it means 2 at the same time. I don't know. Unfortunately, this is kind of vague in its wording. Overall, though, I don't think it's very useful because Vernier consumption isn't exactly the most important thing in the world. If you've watched my past impressions videos, I don't like Vernier consumption modifiers at all. I find it's not very useful. If you play on auto, it's never going to really be a problem. If you play manually, it just means don't keep boosting everywhere. High firepower for urban area. Not even the parts can agree on the tags it should have. The lags and the ours have 4 desert, and this has friggin' 4 urban area. What is this? I wish I had a face cam so you could see the disgust on my face. Alright, gear's cool. Items, nice. We got the change gear pieces again. And skip tickets. Okay. Cool. What's under the B exchange? Anything new? No. Okay. And there's the fragment exchange. Okay. Yeah, if you do the step up gacha, you can get fragments. And I'm assuming, I just want to check this, under the blueprint there's probably something to exchange the fragments for something. No? Maybe it's under the actual gacha pool itself then. Let's see here. Standard. No. Right exchange ticket fragment. I just must be missing it. Anyways, back to the purpose of this video. So I've looked over the welfare. It's interesting. I like the arms. The EX skill looks really nice. The stat distribution is also really healthy on it. Unfortunately, the mix and match word tags just kind of hurt. Aesthetically, it looks really cool though. So let's look at the Atlas. Now remember, this is not a limited, this is not a Sokai. So you are able to pick all of these parts using your exchange tickets and premium materials once this event has ended. So don't feel the urge to roll unless you really want this suit right now. Just something I feel like I should let everyone know. Alright, let's start with the head. Alright, 2377 shot attack. Okay, when armor is 80% or less, EX... Okay, so that's a really high boosted EX10. However, having your armor below 80% negates a lot of its usefulness. If you watch the part review video that I did with Scuba Sage, where we went into depth about the arena-related content, one thing that we didn't mention was how right now the meta in arena is as quick as possible for wins, and unfortunately getting your armor to 80% or less will heavily impact that. So it's a nice trait. Unfortunately, if it was 80% or more, it'd be a much stronger trait than what it currently is. And it has amphibious and federation tags, both of which are heavily underrepresented in the game, especially when you consider most of the recent suits. We haven't seen the Federation tag in a bit, or amphibious on any gacha stuff, so it's a nice change of pace for BT. Overall though, I don't think the part is really that great. Alright, let's look at the chest. Okay, with power attribute, ooh, EX skill CD reduced by 20, amphibious and federation again, so that's something that you would pick up for the traits. That's a nice trait. Unfortunately, working it into a build I think would be a little bit on the difficult side. It's an interesting part. The stats are pretty much average for a non-limited non-Sokai. The traits really nice. The word tags, however, really make it difficult to fit into a build because it's pretty much a dead part. It's a weak stat stick that you're taking for the trait. Alright, arms, stream slash, B+, B-, healthy spread, 6 seconds, okay. I wish it was B-, B+, reverse them, but take what you can get. Amphibious high mobility, less than stellar melee attack. You definitely are taking a relatively large hit on that. I don't know if the EX skill is really worth the trade-off for it. Maybe it is. That's something that would have to be done in practice to really... I don't really know what to make of this. Because the EX skill, with a B- power, is a little weaker than its compatriots at B+. Problem is, we still don't know the exact numbers behind these letter rankings. So I'm going to put that at the it could be okay, but unfortunately it's sunk by everything else category. Okay, legs. Oh, there we go. Sub-leg flight form. Activate your blah blah blah. Melee defense by 19%, A plus D minus. That has to be one of the weirdest spreads I've seen for physical melee skill before. That I thought it was a beam attack at first. Okay. Overall, it's going to hit like a wet noodle, and then you're going to get a defense boost. Not. Stats are average, amphibious high mobility. Aesthetically, you get a surfboard. Cool. Beam Saber, Atlas. With power attribute, EX. Ooh, okay. Okay. Amphibious Federation. Okay, so this has relatively decent melee attack. It also comes with a very powerful part trait. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the best word tags. This entire suit suffers from it. It's really weird that they're giving such great traits to these parts. Now, here's the thing. This could be useful, not on a melee machine, but on a shot machine. And the only reason I say that is on a melee machine, you want to kind of milk as much melee attack as you can, just so you can quickly cap out on your zero freaking CD stuff. On a shot machine, your melee slot has a lot of flexibility because it's most likely going to be an empty slot that you get for traits, stat stick, word tags, whatever. So this might be useful for that. Is it worth rolling for? I don't think so. It looks like pretty much every other beam sword. The stats are mediocre. Like, they're good for a non-limited non-Sokai for sure. But then you look at things like the beam ribbon and Gerber straight and all that. So yeah, it's just the trait's really nice on it. Okay, ooh, railgun. Like how that's looking. Spicy. 3173 shot, physical range weapon reload speed boot, amphibious federation. Word tags are a write-off, traits pretty much a write-off. The stats are like middling. So next. Assault rifle with power attribute, shooting damage open up flat number, 3175, amphibious high mobility. Again, it's just, well, it's something that you would get for like BT, and I think that's really it. Okay, the blade shield looks pretty cool. Give it that. Hey Crow, what's up, dude? And so here's the thing, Crow. They're only lackluster in the fact that the tags are sabotaging the entire suit. If the tags were better, this would be an amazing suit with all the traits it's bringing to the table. Unfortunately, because Amphibious Federation, it's shot itself in the foot. Okay. So, B plus B minus, unleash combo, blah blah blah, melee attack reduction, amphibious high mobile. Okay, this could be something that you slot on a support machine. So in a 3v3 arena scenario, or let's say you're running a multi-mission or something, this could be useful. Being able to reduce the enemy's melee attack by 1% is quite handy, especially now when you're looking at people with the disgustingly high numbers of 25, 26, 27k raw. Being able to reduce that by even 10% actually makes a relatively big impact. Food for thought. Unfortunately, you would need to get that to at least EX 5 or 6 for it to really start hitting those numbers that you want. And I don't think it's worth it, frankly. The word tags don't bring enough to the table, so it's cool. It's just not good enough. So, overall, my opinion of the Atlas Gundam is, like I said to Crow, it's an amazing suit if you look at just the traits and the EX skills. But the second you begin to factor in the word tags, it sabotages itself, which is a real shame. It had a lot of potential behind it, and I'm really happy to see some of the newer stuff being added to it. You know, the requirements of shot attack, which means melee attack may come in the future as well. You need to have a certain armor value to trigger a skill. It sounds really cool, and it adds a lot more depth to a degree to the builds that we're going to be running. So that's cool. All right, pilots. All right, we're going to look at not Andrew. All right. Gadeucca. When 2 enemies shot, all crit rate. What is it with 2 enemies shot down? Is that like their jam or something this week? Close. Actually, thinking about Age, Crow, I actually just sat down yesterday and watched Age. And like I thought, I did actually enjoy it quite a bit. I like that whole generational aspect they had going for the overarching plot. Anyways, tangent. Back to the suit stuff. So, close combat, Commander. That's an interesting spread. I like the close combat tag. Commander's kind of rare to see, so okay. The traits, unfortunately, not that great. As an infighter, just under 900 melee and shot attack. Okay, for a 3-star, I'd say that's higher than average. This is, on paper, looks better than some 4-star pilots we've gotten recently. Moving on. Okay, Andrew. See what I mean? See what I mean? Transformer Commander when in multi-mission shot guidance boosted. So, this is one of those scenarios where he actually gets outdone by the 3-star on his banner. Wow. As I say it, it happens. Okay. Hey, Alan. Alan Walker, nice. I did enjoy D. Gray, man. That was quite nice to watch all those years back. Okay. So, Andrew, aesthetically, I really like the look. I love the Desert Tiger from Destiny. It looks really nice. Unfortunately, stat distribution, tags, everything just meh. And the 3-star has decent stats for a 3-star. One good tag, but unfortunately the trait's just not really that convenient. Overall, the stuff that got added in this gacha, well, it's interesting, that's for sure. The biggest thing that I'm drawing from this is seeing a future version of Andrew means that we're going to see a future version of Lacus. Yes! Anyways, I'm not going to ramble on for too long, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Just remember, we were talking about this before the stream started, all of the EN recoveries that we have obtained for the previous campaign that was running for the situation as it is, they all expire at reset. That's coming up. That's going to be in what, 12 hours, 13 hours or so? So make sure you use them all as quick as possible. Anyways, peace out, guys, and I will see you in the next one.